Okay, so let's continue on this one. SQLite. So what it is? Actually, iOS already include the SQLite library for us to use this one, and it's the live version of the SQL programming. So anyone familiar with this one? You should be familiar with this one, right? Insert, select, and then delete. So the function the SQL programming the database programming language. It's also using the same thing. So if you used to work with the software before, you should familiar with this one. So it's easy to write. Or why it's easy to write? Excuse me. So because it's actually the same with SQL. So if you're familiar with this one, it's actually the same. So the structure of uh, the the command for this one is similar. So actually I didn't do the demo for this one, just quickly reviews the SQLite, and also later we spend more time on RAM one. So uh, just take a look on this one. So actually they have some they also have some bot for using this one. So for example, this indicate the FMDB. uh, you see here though the uh, SQL command create table, and then if not exit movie something. It's exactly the same with the SQL command. So you just put the whole thing here. It's actually a string. You put the string there, and then you say I want this one to execute this command. So similar to SQL before, right? And then after you create a table, you also have something like select from this one and where, and then you want to put the condition. You do the same thing. Select something where, something from, something, right? So nothing nothing special for this one. It's just using this the FMDB. So look at it, the path again. We have something the document directory. So we get the document directory, so we can put can save the SQLite again a file on the device. So it will create the file. For in this case, it's the app work on the Rotten Tomato. Rotten Tomato is another movie database we used that one earlier, but later we changed to the movie database API. So in this case, we still using the name Rotten Tomato before, but it's just a name for the database. So we get the name for SQLite database, and then we save that one into this. This is the path for the database file. So you see here, create a table, and then we select the table. This one in this case we save 20 movie, and then we select all 20 movie. So we have something here s.net. So the function is within the FMDB. So you just get this bot, and then you install this bot, and you can use not. And then we have when we want to save the data, so we have something called insert, right? Before we select, and now we insert to put the data into the SQLite. Here is also another one, the bot, the SQLite.swift, so we can use this bot as well. So not something interesting about that one. Just really it's exactly the same with the SQL. You need to manually write the SQL function, like insert and then create table or whatever. You need to manually create that one. It's not like something more interesting like RAM. We will talk about that one later. Core data, so I will skip this one. Again, as I said earlier, nowadays not much app using the core data. So anyone using core data in your app now? You're using? Huh? Okay. Earlier I see this one still using core data or something. Actually, it has some more advanced features that we also don't really need to use in that one, but it's quite to me it's quite complicated compared to some other thing recently it provide even the free one like the RAM we are going to talk about that one or the Parks or the Firebase. So a lot of team I don't see any team using Parks, right? But the Firebase, a lot of team using Firebase for your data. So that's when you save your data online and you can get to it. Okay. See the core data app again. Is it easy to use?
No.
No.
I wrote the code in the line and hacked it.
Okay.
Yeah, not really hacked it, just to write the bot. I wrote the survey game, some model. The hack is how I define the model in this code model that I need.
Yeah.
And then I try to implement the custom class. And this code failed to view and try again. So I will up my integration the class to implement what I got.
Okay. So actually it's quite painful to build that one. It you remember when you create a new project, it have the option to say use core data. Remember that one? If you enable that one, it will automatically add in a bunch of code for the core data inside the app delegate. You open the app delegate file, you see it will automatically add bunch of the code for you to use to work with the core data, and also it will create some model file for you. It's called the entity in the core data. But let's skip that one. I have some code here if you want to read, but I don't think people want to read that one. Okay. Where you want to talk is the where the RAM. Okay. So this is some modern ways. This is where we want to talk. Spend more time to discuss on this one. So we have Parks. So remember Parks now is obsolete. We have people migrate Parks into the Heroku, and then you see the link from I guess from week 3. We have some the link for the instruction how to set up the Park server on the Heroku and how to use the Parks. We also do the Park server on the chat app, right? The week 3 lab we have we build a chat app and using the Park server. You can use that one or some other group that you read on your own on the Firebase. Actually the documentation is available and you can go with this one to see how to use. It's similar to the past. So RAM. For RAM you have this one, the latest version of RAM is 2.1. They just update this one for script 3. Earlier it RAM 0.19 and 1.0. Yesterday I tried to upgrade this one for Xcode 8, then I didn't notice they changed this one into the Swift RAM Swift 2.1, and then it took me some time to figure it out. But they had documentation here. If you go to this documentation ram.io and then go to documentation, select the Swift one, it have the instruction how to install this one. And yeah, so to get things started, so they had a bot for the RAM. So what you need to do is to add this bot RAM Swift. Okay, and then when we add this one, and then here it say if using Xcode 8, you need to run this one. And yesterday I didn't read the documentation, so it failed to build this one. Take some time. It will run before on Swift 2.2, but then I just think it should convert to Swift 3. It can run, but it didn't run. Okay, let's go back to our application. Okay, so in this one, this branch I remove although the user default and the file before to just keep it the RAM one, and then in the class movie. So I also remove the other thing. We didn't inherit this one from the NS object and then NS coding, right? It's now just the object, no more NS. It's just the object, and then we import the RAM script and then RAM. So why this one is object and what is the dynamic here? So this is the required from RAM. So if you see here, to define a class, if you read the documentation here to define the model, so it's just class and then inherit from object, and then within that one you need to use the keyword dynamic to use for RAM. So similar thing here. So we just define our movie model to have a 3-thin title overview and then a URL for the poster. This is the other function below is just the initialize. So you can ignore this one. We use this initialize when we get the data from the JSON, and then we cast the result into the array of NS dictionary. So we have a function called movie with array here. We use this one, so you can ignore this one. Okay, so now how to save the RAM thing? Save this one into the RAM. So let's go back to the data manager. So in this file, I also remove the other thing. Just keep the load from RAM and then save to RAM. So this, if you read from the documentation, is quite easy, very quick and simple to save the other thing. So the first one, before we go to that one, is similar here. We have the fetching type. Now we just use the RAM now. So the fetching type is RAM, and then similar here. When we successfully load the data from the network, then we save the data, right? And in this case, we will save that one into RAM. And then if it fail to load the data from network, it will load the data again from RAM. So we have here load from RAM. Okay, and it actually works the same way. I don't run the simulator. I don't want to turn on turn off the Wi-Fi again, but it actually works the same way. I need to build again. While waiting for it to build, so let's take a look on this one. So to be able to use the RAM, so it's just very simple. See here, right? First one, we need to get the default RAM. So this is the command. If you go back to here, the documentation is very clearly defined. This one how to use the RAM. So the first step is to get the RAM, to get the default RAM. And then to save that one, we have the function called write. So we will write the movie. So actually in this case we have an array of movie, right? We have an array of movie and we have the write here. So before we want to say something, in this case I don't want to keep the old data. Whatever the old data before, I just want to delete everything, to clear everything before I save something new. So we have the function delete all, so just remove everything. Why it built so long? Okay, it should run here and it say here I save the data into RAM. So this is the function we use to save the data. So again we delete everything before we can say something, and then for every movie, so we have function called add. So we add the movie into the RAM. So when we add everything here, we have a list of 20 movies. We add everything into RAM. So that's it. That's how easy it is to save the data into RAM. And here I bring the path for the RAM file. So it's again actually a file. It's saved that one into a file. So earlier you remember we see together with the data.archive we have another 3 files for the RAM, right? We can open that one more time. I don't know why this one doesn't work. Okay. Okay, so when we save the data, is we create it from the default.ram. So by default, that's the name. We don't change the name. We don't change we cannot, like earlier, for when you want to write a file, you can change the name, whatever the name you want to save. But in this case, but RAM is just use the default RAM. So it just save into the file called default.ram. And then to if for the RAM, they also create for you one cool thing called the RAM browser. So you also using that one, right? For the team who use the RAM. So you don't know that one. Actually, this one is for is if you go and search for the RAM browser, it will link to you to the iTunes, and then you can download that one. App Store, and then you can download that one. So here is what is it. So you can download something, and then it will be the RAM browser, and then you can open that file. So here I'm open that one, and it's here open. So it will be like this. So it display your database, right? So you see, we didn't do anything. It handle everything for you. You say, hey, I want to say this movie, and you declare that, hey, my model, the movie model, have three property: the title, the overview, and the poster. And then it automatically create this table for you. You use the RAM browser, and you open this one. It have the title. I say this the title screen, and then the overview screen, and also screen for the URL. And it say here you had 20, right? So you can use in this one to easier to see what do you have in your database now. Right? Okay. Again, you can search this one on just Google that one, and it will link you to the uh, App Store. You can download this one. The latest version is 2.1. Earlier, if anyone using that one before and didn't upgrade, and you cannot use because they upgrade the RAM to 2.1, and they also upgrade the RAM browser to 2.1. So you need to use the similar version to be able to read the file. Okay. And then what happens when you want to load the data? So even more simple. Just one line. So you again here try RAM. So with this one you can get the default RAM similar to this one, right? So you get the try RAM, and then with this one you just say I want to get object, and the list of object is let me show you what is the parameter for this one. So try, yeah, right. So after this moment we have the default RAM, and then we get object. Okay, and it had the type here. So what is the type? So earlier you say the list of movie, right? So you want to put here the type of the movie. So you say movie A dot cell, right? And then just doing that way, and then you return an array. So this is actually it return the array of movies. So you say I return the array. So that's it, and it can return the array of movie for you. So let me turn off the Wi-Fi and run this. Okay, so now very fast, right? It say the network error, and then you can get the data from RAM, right? Okay, so that's the demonstration for RAM. So it's actually said more advanced feature, but basically that's how we use the RAM to save and load the data if you want to quickly save something. Here's the documentation. It also has some Xcode plugin. You can install those the plugin to generate. We had some templates for you to create a model. It like just help you to make it faster. And when you install that plugin, when you open a new file, so it will have the one more thing called the model for RAM. Okay. Oh, I am offline. Turn it on again. That's why I don't want to turn off. I'm waiting for Apple to release the network conditioner, link conditioner for Xcode 8, and I can use this one. Okay, so again, RAM is one of the modern way or the parts or the Firebase. Then to summarize when you need to use what. Right, again, we talk about few things like the NX user default, the file system, and then the uh, uh, SQLite, just which review last one. So SQLite again, you need to remember the syntax of the SQL format, select and then insert and then delete or create something, right? For RAM, it's easier. You just create a model. It's exactly the same with how you create a model. The class in the Swift, right? It's just the class is the it inherit from the object. The type of class is the object, and then add the dynamic keyword, and then you can quickly use this one. We have few things for it depends on your app. If you just want to run on local device, you don't have any activity with the network, you just want to save some user preference, then you don't need to use something like the Parse or Firebase to save your data online. Just keep it there, just keep it on the local device of the user, then you can use this one. The cloud storage is part of Firebase. RAM also can save online as well. But there one more thing is the iCloud. Actually, iCloud also able to use to share the information between multiple devices. But to be able to use iCloud, you need the developer account. So I don't do the demonstration for the iCloud. Again, for the iCloud, you can use that one to all the cloud services like some people can also use the Amazon cloud database, but most of the time I see people using the Firebase, but at least it's free for the purpose of the demonstration. But, yeah, so this is the code for the RAM. So it's quite simple, very easy to get all the information. Just few line of code, you're able to save all the thing. It's easier to read than the one you see before. You don't need to do the converting all the thing into the NS data or anything. Right? It's saved into the file, and you also have the support from the RAM browser. You just quickly open this one, and you can read whatever you save here in that file. Nicely, they create a table nicely for you. Right? And they have the option, and the RAM they had the option to migrate from core data. If you use the core data before and you want to change to RAM, they had the option to migrating the code, the model from core data into RAM. Okay, so that's all for the persistent today. So just quickly review. Actually, when we put this one into very late until week 7, at this moment, most of the team you already make your decision to use either Parse or Firebase or RAM or just save the file into your device. Right? So it's just quickly review on some of the options you can use. It's not actually important for the team anymore at that moment, right? So actually we thinking if we should move this lecture earlier, then for the class we can think of we can have some more reference to make the decision which one you can use, right? But again, so that's it for today. So we still have half an hour, so we will use it half an hour. So for the class, if you have any question in your project, then you can ask, and then we can try to support you. So some of the team I see you working on some very advanced feature. I also have never tried with the feature before, so but we can try this one, and we take it back, and then we can have you to do some more research and we see, and we can feedback to the team here, right? So now if you have any question, then you can use this time to ask, because I don't see if people asking so many questions on Slack.